The Dorsey Doctrine. Loyalty is now a liability. In the quiet pre-dawn hours, a new corporate reality was hammered home. You check your inbox, basking in the glow of a recent, glowing performance review, a testament to late nights and unwavering commitment. By sundown, your access card is deactivated, your login is locked, and you are ushered to the door. Jack Dorsey, the iconoclast behind Twitter and Block, formerly Square, has executed a seismic restructuring, a surgical, single-day purge of 4,000 employees, representing a staggering 40% of his company's workforce. This wasn't a slow, staggered retreat designed to manage PR. It was an immediate, brutal severance. But the true shockwave wasn't the sheer scale of the cuts. It was the CEO's rationale. He didn't cite a failing economy or an over-leveraged balance sheet. He didn't blame poor performance. He tacitly blamed you, or, more precisely, the inherent limitations of the human operating system when stacked against a machine that offers greater efficiency, obedience, and cost-effectiveness. This isn't just a layoff, it's a corporate manifesto. If you believe your decade of dedication, your hard work, and your loyalty constitute a protective shield in the modern corporation, you are operating on a deprecated software version. The update is brutal. Welcome to the era of the disposable human. The modern CEO's playbook is not drawn from Silicon Valley management theory. It's pulled from the 3rd century BC philosophy of a Chinese legalist master. Han Feizi, the foundational thinker of legalism, taught that a ruler, or in this case, a CEO, controls their domain using only 2 absolute levers, which he called the 2 handles, reward and punishment. All subjective concepts like trust, relationship, or loyalty are variables too unstable to rely upon. Reward, used to incentivize compliance and high performance. Punishment, used to eradicate dissent and failure. Connecting to Dorsey's doctrine, the swift, deep cut of 4,000 employees is the ultimate punishment. Dorsey, however, applies a chilling modern twist. By explicitly framing the cuts as a necessary pivot to AI and machine-driven efficiency, he is doing more than just cutting costs. He is shifting the very foundation of the power dynamic. He is not punishing failure. He is punishing the inherent inefficiency of being human. In this new framework, the only reward for loyalty, for years of reliable service, is the dubious honor of an early, decisive exit. The implicit message to the 60% who remain is terrifyingly clear. Your worth is no longer measured by your effort, but by your utility vis-a-vis the machine. Dorsey is the ultimate legalist CEO. He is systematically removing the, quote, human variable from his corporate system because it introduces friction, expense, and unpredictability. He is making a titanic bet that a highly optimized AI-integrated workforce offers a superior, more consistent, and cheaper outcome. Your personal loyalty to the company is now a zero-sum metric. The only currency that buys your survival is your ability to transcend the tasks that an LLM or an algorithm can perform. Let's strip away the technological facade and examine the naked corporate agenda. Is this genuinely about a sudden, revolutionary leap in AI capability? Or is AI simply the perfect, unassailable scapegoat? The crisis of incompetence versus the vision of inevitability. Executives adore a crisis, but they are utterly besotted with a technological inevitability. The narratives they peddle directly impact the bottom line. Bad narrative. We cut staff because we spent billions on the metaverse, overhired during the pandemic, and now look incompetent. Stock price tanks. Good narrative. We cut staff because we are leading the charge into the future. The only way to realize the 10x gains of AI is to right-size the human component. Stock price rockets 25%, as seen in numerous tech restructurings. The cruelty embedded in the AI washing is the point. By using the unstoppable march of technology as the justification, corporate leadership turns an embarrassing internal failing, poor headcount management, failed expansion bets, into a structural necessity for the entire industry. It's the ultimate psychological warfare. This narrative doesn't just cut payroll. It breaks the employee's will. It ensures that the workforce who remain are not merely efficient. They are profoundly, paralyzingly terrified, and therefore infinitely more compliant. The game has changed. The CEO is a legalist, and your closest coworker is an LLM. You cannot win by being the hardest worker. You must win by becoming indispensable. You must stop being a replaceable component and start operating as the strategic architect. Rule 1. Don't trust the narrative. Trust the ledger. When leadership communicates with soaring rhetoric about company culture, family, or mission, immediately translate this into the only language the boardroom understands: capital management. Your emotional investment is their liability. Your utility is their asset. Protect the former and maximize the latter on your own terms. Rule 2. Commoditize your unique value or die. If your primary job function involves tasks that can be broken down into repeatable, scalable, and computable steps, data entry, standard analysis, formulaic content generation, you are already on a critical path to redundancy. Your survival hinges on focusing relentlessly on the non-computable work: complex negotiation, reading and navigating unspoken motives, strategic judgment, weighing ambiguous risks with incomplete data, relationship management, building and maintaining cross-organizational trust. Rule 3. Apply the thick black theory. This classic East Asian strategic philosophy is now mandatory for corporate survival. Thick face. Develop an impenetrable emotional armor to withstand the relentless corporate gaslighting, the psychological manipulation, and the pervasive fear culture. The company's stress should not become your stress. Black heart. Cultivate a pragmatic detachment. Your primary loyalty must be to your own long-term interests and market value, well before you consider the company's immediate margins or quarterly stock performance. You must protect yourself, because the company certainly will not. The Dorsey Doctrine is not an anomaly. It is the blueprint for the next decade of corporate structure. The calculus is stark. Are you building a career based on timeless, non-computable value? Or are you simply building the perfect training dataset for your own high-speed, cost-effective replacement? The choice is now a strategic imperative, and it must be made in isolation, because you cannot, and should not, expect the boardroom to give you a heads up before they execute the final pull of the plug. If you want to understand how to maneuver through these ruthless power dynamics, where emotional labor is penalized and cold utility is rewarded, subscribe to Eastwise. Stay cold, stay strategic,